From the vast darkness of space, Earth shines, a beacon of life in the infinite void. It is a brilliant blue oasis in a black star-speckled sea, a unique gem in the vast expanse of the universe. Our home planet, teeming with life, is a mystery and a marvel. From the dense, lush green forests to the diverse wildlife that inhabits them, Earth is a vibrant tapestry of ecosystems, but have you ever wondered how this incredible place came to be? How did this blue sphere floating in the cosmos become the cradle of life? The story of Earth is a story of cosmic collisions, fiery beginnings, and the slow, persistent march of life. It is a tale of meteor impacts that shaped its surface, volcanic eruptions that forged its landscapes, and the gradual evolution of life forms that now call it home. Understanding our planet's origins gives us context, a sense of place in the grand scheme of the cosmos. It connects us to the stars and the universe, reminding us of our shared history with the celestial bodies that surround us. It helps us appreciate the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. The atmosphere that shields us, the oceans that sustain us, and the land that nurtures us are all part of this intricate balance. Join me as we journey back in time to the very beginning and uncover the awe-inspiring story of Earth's creation. Together, we will explore the events that shaped our world and the forces that continue to influence it today. Our story begins roughly 4.6 billion years ago, in a time when the universe was still young and full of potential. Imagine a swirling cloud of gas and dust, a nebula stretching across unimaginable distances. This vast expanse of cosmic material was the cradle of creation, a place where stars are born. This was the birthplace of our sun, a star that would come to dominate our solar system and provide the energy necessary for life on Earth. Gravity, the architect of the cosmos, drew this cloud inward. It's a force that shapes the universe, pulling together the building blocks of stars and planets. As the cloud collapsed, it spun faster and faster, heating up with intense pressure. This spinning motion caused the material to flatten into a disk, with the densest part at the center. Eventually, the core of this cloud became so hot and dense that nuclear fusion ignited. This process released an enormous amount of energy, lighting up the new star. Our sun, a blazing star, was born. It began to shine brightly, its light and heat radiating out into the surrounding space. The sun's powerful gravity began to pull the remaining gas and dust into a swirling disk. This disk, known as the protoplanetary disk, was the nursery for future planets. Within this disk, tiny particles began to clump together, growing larger and larger. These particles collided and stuck together, forming larger and larger bodies. These clumps would eventually become the planets, including our own Earth. Over millions of years, these planetesimals collided and merged, forming the planets we know today. In these early days, the young Earth was a fiery, molten world. It was a place of constant bombardment, as leftover debris from the solar system's formation rained down upon its surface. Then, a cataclysmic event occurred, one that would forever shape our planet. A Mars-sized object, which we call Theia, collided with the Earth in a titanic impact. The energy released was unimaginable. Debris from this collision was flung out into space, forming a ring around the Earth. Over time, this debris coalesced, drawn together by gravity to form our moon. This impact had another profound effect. It tilted Earth on its axis, giving us our seasons. After the chaos of the early solar system subsided, Earth began to cool. The once fiery and tumultuous surface, dominated by volcanic eruptions and relentless lightning storms, started to transform. The intense heat that characterized the planet's infancy began to dissipate, allowing the surface to gradually solidify. This cooling process was not swift. It spanned millions of years. During this extensive period, the planet underwent significant geological changes. The molten lava that once flowed freely began to harden, creating a more stable and solid crust. As the planet's temperature dropped, the molten surface solidified, forming the first crust. This crust was the foundation upon which the future of Earth would be built. It marked the beginning of a new era in the planet's history. But Earth was far from a tranquil place. The surface was still dominated by volcanic activity, with eruptions frequently reshaping the landscape. The air was thick atmosphere was vastly different from the one we know today, but it was a critical step in the planet's evolution. The water vapor in the atmosphere condensed as the Earth continued to cool. This condensation process led to the formation of clouds, which eventually resulted in precipitation. The first rains began to fall, marking another significant milestone in Earth's history. Torrential rains fell upon the barren landscape, filling the first basins that would eventually become our oceans. These rains were relentless, carving out valleys and shaping the terrain. The water collected in these basins, creating the first bodies of water on the planet. The stage was set for life to emerge, but the journey was far from over. The newly formed oceans and the rocky terrain provided the perfect conditions for the next chapter in Earth's story. The planet was now ready to support life, but it would take millions of years for the first signs of life to appear. Section 5. The breath of life. The early oceans were a primordial soup, rich in chemicals and minerals. Around 3.8 billion years ago, in this seemingly inhospitable environment, life first emerged. Exactly how life began is still a mystery. Some scientists believe that life arose around hydrothermal vents, fissures on the ocean floor where heat and chemicals spew from the Earth's interior. Others theorize that life arrived on Earth from elsewhere, carried on comets or meteorites. Regardless of its origins, life found a foothold on our planet. The first life forms were simple, single-celled organisms, but they possessed the remarkable ability to replicate and evolve. Section 6. The cyanobacteria revolution. Early life faced a harsh and unforgiving world. The atmosphere was still toxic to many life forms with little oxygen to breathe, but then a revolution occurred. Tiny organisms called cyanobacteria, or blue-green algae, evolved. These remarkable organisms developed the ability to photosynthesize, using sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into energy, and crucially, releasing oxygen as a byproduct. Over millions of years, cyanobacteria pumped vast quantities of oxygen into the atmosphere. This great oxidation event transformed Earth's atmosphere, making it possible for more complex life forms to evolve. It is no exaggeration to say that we owe our very existence to these humble microorganisms. Section 7. A tapestry of life. With a more hospitable atmosphere, life exploded across the planet. Single-celled organisms gave rise to multicellular life. The oceans teemed with a dazzling array of creatures. Plants took root on land, followed by animals venturing onto the shores and eventually dominating the continents. The Earth's continents, once joined together in a supercontinent called Pangaea, drifted apart and collided over millions of years, creating mountain ranges and shaping the landscapes we know today. Ice ages came and went, and life adapted to these ever-changing conditions. Through it all, life persisted, evolving and diversifying into the incredible tapestry we see today. Section 8. Humanity's entrance. The story of life on Earth is not without its tragedies. 5 major mass extinctions have punctuated Earth's history, wiping out vast numbers of species. These events were caused by asteroid impacts, volcanic eruptions, and other cataclysmic events. But each extinction paved the way for new species to evolve and flourish. Relatively recently, on the grand timescale of Earth's history, a new species emerged, Homo sapiens. Humans, with their capacity for thought, language, and tool-making, have had an unprecedented impact on the planet, shaping the environment and the course of evolution. Section 9. A story written in stone. The story of Earth's origin is an epic saga spanning billions of years. It is a story of cosmic collisions, fiery beginnings, and the slow, persistent march of life. From a swirling cloud of gas and dust, our planet emerged. Through chance and necessity, life arose and transformed the Earth, creating the conditions for our own existence. The evidence of this incredible journey is all around us, written in the rocks, the oceans, and the very air we breathe. To understand Earth's origin is to understand our place in the universe and to appreciate the preciousness and fragility of life on our planet.